Tackaberry coming to you from Austin, Texas with another Golden Key Thought. And this one is about ebb and flow. So when you have lived on the planet long enough, you may recognize that things rise and fall, that when it rains, it pours. When business is good, it's really good. When business is slow, it's really slow. If you're single, then maybe you feel or see that you get asked out on a lot of dates, or you meet a lot of people you'd like to date all at one time, and sometimes there's dry patches. So what is this sort of strange phenomena that occurs for all of us? When you start really sort of paying attention to how your life works, you'll see that there are these ebbs and flows. Some people would say it has to do with the yin and the yang. In an abundance, there is always the opposite, which is an absence of abundance or lack. What must go up must come down. What goes down must go up, etc. And I think what's fascinating is that sometimes when we go into the ebb, which is the place of less, if you will, we go, oh no, panic, panic. What can we do? We have to fix this. We have to fix this. This is untenable. Can't stay in this situation, right? So there's some panic that happens, and some, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? We can't have this. Which is fascinating, because as we are going down and up and down and up, and we never resist the up, do we? We always want everything to be going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. But eventually, in everything in life, generally, there will be a downturn, and there will be an upturn, and there will be a downturn. In fact, though I'm not married, I have talked with many people about this phenomena, this process that also happens in relationships and in marriages, where they're on a high and then they come down on a low. And actually, I've seen it equated to sort of a Mobius strip, which it's coming in and going out. And so these are two people, and they are coming together, and they feel very close, and then they come out here, and maybe they're having conflict, and then they come back in again. And so many relationships break up when people are out here, that if they waited, and sometimes they find that if they wait, they actually would have come back together. This does not mean that we should wait forever in a relationship that's not healthy. However, getting back to this concept of everything has an up and everything has a down, and what to do really when things are in the low ebb, because as I said earlier, and I was trying to get to, was that we sometimes panic and start to, oh no, we have to resist this. Now, I'm not sure if you've heard the expression, what we resist persists, but it's really, really true and very powerful. Whatever we say, oh, I don't want that, I don't want that. Wow. I mean, there's a lot of power in that. We probably will attract more of it to us, or we will be looking in our environment for where that is so that we can stay away from it. So we'll see it everywhere. It's like, don't think it well. It's like when you decide you want a certain car, you see that car everywhere, right? It's the same thing with what we resist persists. Even though the car is something you desire, the thing that you're resisting is also something you've put your mind to think about. And so it's going to see it more in your system. And the more you're thinking about something with strong emotion, whether it is wanting something through strong desire and love and affection, or it is not wanting something with very strong feelings of push away or disdain or negative thoughts, these are both very powerful attractors. So keep that in mind. When I'm working with clients, they'll sit, in fact, I had one client who had a list of what he did not want. In fact, that's all he knew was what he did not want. And I said, great information, because when you know what you don't want, you're halfway to know what you do want. So let's switch all of these around. And it took some thinking, but there really was that more positive list of what he did want. It's just he had been living so long in resistance to what he did not want. All right, off on a tangent there, but good stuff. So going back to when the ebb comes, we've got the flow and we've got the ebb. When the ebb comes, instead of resisting the ebb, know that it is a natural part of the cycle of everything. Relationships, of business, of learning, of growing things, of I mean, almost anything you can imagine. Anything that's being built is going to have an up and a down. Anything that humans work on is going to have an up and a down. And anything that we actually, okay, off on a tangent again, but anything that we actually create eventually someday will deteriorate unless we keep maintaining it. But so let's go back to the concept of a business or a relationship or something that goes into a flow. Here's an example. A couple has a strong sex life in the very beginning of the relationship. You will see over time a sex life that will go up and down. You'll have times of dry spells and you'll have times of rain, if you will. So instead of resisting and thinking something's wrong and trying to figure it all out when you have the low spot, just remember that it's natural, it's normal, and it's actually a time, I believe, to kind of collect yourself. And maybe if it's your business, maybe it's a time to try some new techniques or to learn something new or to do the work that you couldn't necessarily do when you're really, really busy. And that is that beautiful gift of this time in everything in life. So we have the high times of activity and we have the low times of activity. The low times are nothing to be afraid of. In fact, there's something to utilize. And actually, if you don't resist them and you start getting busy again with other things that you wouldn't be able to do when you're really busy, you're going to start to move back into your regular flow. So that's just a relatively short video about the ebb and flow. The importance of not getting too upset when there is an ebb and just know that the flow does return, and to not resist it too much, not to put too much energy on it, and just to use it for what it is, and to know and to trust the whole universe that it all comes and it goes up and it goes down, it comes back and goes around, and you know, it's not the end of the world when the ebb occurs. So there's your golden key for today. Again, this is Hope Tackaberry, Life Coach Hope Tackaberry, coming to you from Austin, Texas. My website is goldenkeylifecoaching.com, and I look forward to maybe seeing you or working with you as a client, potentially. All right. Have a good afternoon. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.